This podcast is published solely based off the interests of Jacko Law Group, P.C., and in no way be construed as legal advice. The opinions shared reflect those of the authors and not necessarily the views of Jacko Law Group, P.C. For more specific information or recent industry developments or situations, you should seek legal opinion or counsel. You are hereby notified that any review, dissemination, or copying of this message and its attachments, if any, is strictly prohibited. These materials may be considered attorney advertising in some jurisdictions.
Welcome to Jacko Law Group's Regulatory Compliance in Corporate Law podcast. I'm Michelle Jacko, Managing Partner and CEO of Jacko Law Group PC. We created this podcast to break down complex securities law regulatory compliance matters and corporate law topics for business owners and professionals like you. Today we will be talking about the difference between transaction structures and look at some of the potential advantages and disadvantages involved in each of them. These transition structures include asset acquisition, a stock purchase, or a merger. The first kind of transaction is an asset purchase. An asset purchase strategy is the purchase of another company through the process of buying its assets as opposed to buying its stock. This is one way to promote external growth instead of organic business growth. Now, there are several potential tax advantages that exist for a buyer in an asset purchase, including the amortization of goodwill and deductions for asset depreciation. And when you limit exposure to unknown liabilities, this can accelerate the timetable of a deal in terms of due diligence. But an asset purchase also has inherent disadvantages. For example, assumed liabilities or existing engagements may need to be renegotiated between the purchaser and key employees or third parties. Alternatively, given the tax implications, a seller may want to negotiate a higher purchase price for absorbing a higher tax cost. The next kind of transition is a stock purchase. A stock purchase can be a common transaction between boutique businesses as it is an agreement to purchase the target company stock from existing shareholders. This transition structure can be a preferred option for sellers since any gain recognized by the seller is considered a capital gain for federal tax purposes. However, without proper due diligence or contractual protections, a stock purchase can also present substantial risk to buyers in terms of exposure to unforeseen or undisclosed liabilities. A potential benefit to both parties is the fact that as part of a stock purchase, it could remove the element of obtaining third-party consents from various vendors, licensors, and the like, as the assets and contracts can remain in the name of the targeted company. The last transaction is a merger. A merger is a transition structure that is created when two companies join forces into a single business venture. Corporate synergy can be a major factor when considering a merger. If properly executed, mergers can improve cost efficiencies, enhance economies of scale, create a more marketable product line, and favorably impact overall business performance. Mergers also present challenges in terms of a potential clash in corporate cultures, reduction of workforce, market confusion, and a delusion of brand recognition. The biggest potential peril embedded in a merger is that it can take more time to complete complex merger transactions. If you are acquiring or selling a business, take the time to consider the pros and cons discussed in today's episode. To find out more and to speak with our team, we invite you to contact us at 619-298-2880 or visit us online at jackolg.com. Thanks for listening. We hope you have a great day.